Welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Irene.
And I'm Rose.
And here in our YouTube channel, it's all about relocating to the UK, talking about the gospel, we are born again Christians, and talking about motherhood as well, because we're mothers as well. So you'll get to hear a little bit of all the three in our channel. So today we'll be talking about culture shock. So just how it has been since we relocated, the things that were a bit surprising when we came, maybe things that we never knew, or maybe some we knew but we just never experienced. So yes, Rose?
Alright, so just to start off, one of the things that was crossing the road, like I was used back in my country, you can cross anywhere as long as there are no vehicles moving, but for the UK, there are designated places where you get to cross the road, and there are buttons you press on, which makes the traffic stop for you. I was like, wow, this is a shock for me.
You could have ended up just being hit by a car, or maybe wondering why are they not stopping?
Why are they not stopping? Are they not
it was a zebra crossing,
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe the other one is buying shopping. So back in Kenya, you'll have someone, after you buy your shopping, they'll pack your things for you, maybe in a bag or something, and then you just have to carry them home. Here in Ajituma, you just have to pack them yourself. So you pack like all your shopping, you have to carry, or even sometimes you have to actually like self-service, like everything. You're like the one who's just like making sure, how is it called, like entering all those codes and everything.
You do it yourself.
You do it yourself. And then you then carry your shopping yourself, so that's different.
Oh, and you said that, and you reminded me about shopping as well. When you trolleys are not free, like you have to get a pound.
just to make sure that you return that trolley. So you have to like put in a pound somewhere for you to take your trolley, and then because you want your pound back, you'll have to return the trolley.
And another thing was like the first time I got into a public transport in a bus, and everybody was alighting before me and they were saying thank you. I was like, what? Wait, what? Are they even saying thank you? They've already paid for it, but you have to do it because everybody else is doing it, and if you don't say it, people are like shocked, like, you're very uncourteous, you.
You're like, thank you. You have to thank the driver. The other one is people saying please and sorry. So like I think for me that was a shock. I was not used to like saying sorry. You know the way you're like, sorry, I'm not sorry. But not like this is like sorry. Everyone just saying sorry for different reasons. Sometimes you're like, I don't even understand why this person is saying sorry. And then guys always say please and thank you, and so you hear that quite a lot.
Okay, the other thing was when I went for my shopping, everybody was like, hello love, hello darling. I was like, we don't even know each other, why do you need to call me love and darling? It was really a shock for me because I really knew such names are for people who are very special, people you are in a relationship with, and that kind of thing, but you call everyone love here.
I think also for me, like I've been called darling so many times than I have been in my life in just a week. I'm like, darling, darling.
Oh.
Okay, love. And then the other one is church. So like the way back in our church, especially like Protestant kind of churches or Pentecostal churches back at home, you sing and then you worship. And then now you hear the word, and that takes like say 2 hours or 3 hours. Even sometimes it takes half a day. Here everything is done within an hour.
And it's shocking when it gets to the songs part. They're on the screens and nobody's even shaking. You're reading them like you do the national anthem. And so you find yourself moving and everybody's like, oh, what's happening?
And then the way you have like to do everything at a go. So you're like, where is the praise team? We are waiting to see them. And then they're like, today we'll be listening to YouTube.
You're like, what?
In church? And then how about offering and tithing?
So for me, I'm a Christian. I'm born again Christian. And I'm a believer that a service is not a service without an offering. So for my very first service I went, I was waiting for the offering part, for them to come around telling us to give offering, or probably tell us to walk to the front of the church and give offering. But service ended, and everybody was like, "You can go have a cup of tea." And then later, when we were having the cups of tea, I was like, "Do we not offer in this church?" And they're like, "It's voluntary. We have a basket behind the church, a box where you can drop your coins if you want to."
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, and I think the other one is like, guys are very courteous. So especially where I come, like where I live, we live in different places. So like where I live, you don't just like rub shoulders with people. So if you say walking in the street and someone is coming in the opposite direction, you have to like say, and it's like the road is narrow, so you just have to like wait for the other person to pass by, and then they'll tell you no, you'll tell them thank you, or they'll tell you thank you. Like whoever like walked fast will tell the other person thank you, and then you'll walk. So like it's very, I think guys are very intentional about not just like rubbing shoulders. And then the smiles.
Oh, everybody's smiling. You pass a stranger, they're all like, but the smile just goes like it's an instant thing. In a second, right? It's all done. Yeah.
So you're not even sure if the smile is genuine or not. Anyway, I think that's it for this particular video. Just talking about the whole culture shocks. We thought it's good for us to talk about that, so that when you come to the UK, you're not shocked as we are.
Yeah, and actually, just to add on, there are very many beans here. Like the beans, the towns are so clean. And for the very first time, I was like, I went for a week without wiping my shoes. My shoes were clean. I was wondering. I've always been a person who walks for like 10 minutes and my shoes are really dirty. But I stayed a whole week without even wiping my shoes. Yeah, that's the funny thing about this place.
Yeah, and then the beans, the way you have to separate, like, I don't know, the black bean, the blue bean. It's usually black, blue, and colorless. Yes. So like the way you have to separate all your waste into like the 3 beans. And there's like guys here are so intentional about that. So you also have to be
and guys here in the UK, you don't need to worry about knowing directions. Even like the most small places, the most remote place you think of, Google still works for you. It shows direction everywhere, and everywhere is like tarmacked and all that. It's on the system. Like when you go onto maps, you can find it and it never loses you.
So like the way at home, you'd be like, turn left, go 300 350 meters, and you're like, I can't see where we're supposed to go. It's a lake.
There's a lake and nowhere.
And the way I've just remembered something. The way when you need to alight from the bus, so like there's no they call it touts or what? Like,
no touts, no.
So like you just have to check your phone, and then now when you get to where you're going, you press a button. So like there's no someone just telling you, I know you have arrived. You should be the one who sees that on your phone. So if you're not careful, you can just have a trip around the whole town.
Very true. And buses don't just stop, they have to stop at a bus stop. So if you're late to press your bell, remember it will take you to the next stop, which is probably so far from where you're supposed to go.
And having to pay before you like sit down. So some places have cards, so you just come in and tap your card, or maybe your debit card or credit card, like whichever you're using, or your iPhone, or your phone, but you need to pay before you sit down. So say you're new and you don't even have like someone to guide you on this video is good for you. When you're getting into the bus, just look around, where do I need to tap, because you can't sit down without tapping.
And when she said about you need to tap, I remembered that this place is a place where you need internet. And the good thing is most of the public facilities or public places go free Wi-Fi.
So if you're ever maybe feeling lost, or maybe you've just landed into the country, whichever country, the country. just don't leave the airport. There's always free Wi-Fi in the airport, free Wi-Fi, I guess, in the train station as well.
At the supermarket.
At the supermarket.
Yeah.
So if you're feeling a bit lost, or maybe you've arrived and whoever was supposed to come pick you up is not there, just log into the free Wi-Fi and you'll be sorted. You can reach out to anyone, or maybe you had already left the airport. Just look around. Wherever you see a supermarket or a train station, just go there and then you'll be sorted.
And like in my life, just the short time I've been in the UK, I've drunk tea and chocolates more than I have ever done in my life. Like this place is so cold, and you just get used to the culture of drinking hot drinks.
Yeah. And the English tea, like the way we're used to like mixing. For us at home in Kenya, you have to say add your water and then sugar and tea leaves and then your milk and then let it boil for some time. And for you to now say that you have actually prepared tea. Here, you just take hot milk, hot water, and add the two together, and you're like, oh yeah, that's your tea.
Yeah,
like, did it even boil? Even your milk, you know, the way at home, you just can't drink milk if it's not boiled.
Yeah, sure.
I had the temptation to keep boiling milk.
Yeah.
So I think that's it for today. Do you have maybe another point?
Check out for our next video for more culture shocks. We've got lots for you to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.